A plain chart shows price moving, but not where a large volume has already forced buyers and sellers to collide. Turn on LVL, and the trace of that fight becomes a readable structure of levels. LVL stands for level search. The indicator highlights not every high or low, but zones of abnormal volume and delta that the market actually reacted to. In auto mode, the terminal estimates what normal volume looks like for the current instrument and time frame. On that basis, it separates a statistical anomaly from background activity, so you don't have to carry one fixed threshold by hand from market to market. But volume is only the first part of the calculation. LVL also weighs the balance of buying and selling, the size of delta, where the candle closed, its body and wicks, and the reaction that followed. That's how a cluster is split into classes: large volume, aggression, imbalance, absorption, and trap context. In purpose, LVL is close to cluster search, familiar to users of cluster platforms, but it isn't a copy. LVL makes the search more automated for the QV workflow, classifies the context, and turns the result straight into clean reaction zones. A level here isn't drawn as a mathematically exact line. In level zones mode, it takes the height of the matching interaction area, the compact mode leaves only markers, and level span sets their horizontal extent. The most significant anomalies get a soft halo. History fade lets you remove old and weak levels while keeping the stronger structure, so you can read history without turning the chart into an archive of hundreds of lines. Trap context matters especially. LVL doesn't call every wick a false breakout. It checks for strong, one-sided delta and the reaction of the next closed candle. If aggressive buying gets no continuation and price comes back, a buyer trap context forms. For sells, the logic is mirrored. This isn't an attempt to guess a reversal in advance. A trap appears only after a confirmed refusal of price to continue. From there, the trader judges whether the zone holds, whether a second reaction shows up, and whether the broader market context has changed. Sensitivity sets how strict the selection is. Detail controls how many separate capsules appear. If needed, the automatic threshold can be replaced with a fixed minimum volume in USDT or USDC. Color scheme and opacity change only the display, not the calculation. LVL shows where significant activity has already been executed. DOM shows where large limit liquidity sits right now. When both layers point to the same area, the historical reaction gets confirmation from the current structure of the order book. LHM adds a computed structure of leverage risk. Vol shows fresh aggression on a retest, and LIC marks liquidations that have already happened. These layers don't have to agree, but when they do, the level becomes more meaningful. LVL doesn't hand you ready signals. It shows where market activity genuinely deserves attention.